What's up guys, just Messi here, welcome to a brand new video, welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. Today is Wednesday, the 6th of July. We've got a lot to cover this episode, a lot of confirmed stuff and a lot of very big rumours guys. So before we start, as always, if we can smash 1,500 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're to my channel, click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on today's rumours I should do in the next episode. And if you missed yesterday's video, that'll be down below in that description box guys. 8 to 10 is transfers, 9 to 10 PM or just after is the second video of the day. And that second video today will be after the Wales versus Portugal game, which takes place tonight. So let's start things off then with the confirmed deals. And first up, we've got Sacco going to Leeds United. So this one featured yesterday in the potential section and now is obviously confirmed. So basically what happened, he was photographed in there with the Leeds team, I think it was, on the way to a training camp for pre-season. And it's now being confirmed now on a loan deal for the whole season from Sporting. So a returning player to foot that was so good back on FIFA 15. And now we go to another player that's not on FIFA Ultimate Team. That is going to be Zivkovic, a Serbian youngster, I think is 19 years old. And on Football Manager, if I'm correct, he's really highly rated as like a massive star on that game. So today he has joined Benfica on a free transfer from FK Partizan. And it will be very interesting to see what type of card he gets on FIFA 17 Ultimate Team. And now we go on to Premier League New Boys Middlesbrough, who yesterday did sign Jordan McGee on loan for a season from Hearts. I believe he was the under-21 captain for Scotland over the last couple of games, and that's a new centre-back for them. And then we go on to Lee Tomlin making a permanent switch to Bristol City from Bournemouth for £2.98 million. He was on loan to Bristol City for a majority of last season, I think, and they've now made that switch a permanent basis. Then we go on to Matthias Suarez today. He's gone back to Argentina, I think, and that club is Belgrano. That's a free transfer from Anderlecht. Then we go on to Adrian Winter today. I think it was released the other day by Orlando, in fact, and he's gone back to his home country of Switzerland to FC Zurich, again on a free transfer. And now we go on to Brazilian goalkeeper Aurelio Gomes, who has now got a new contract at Watford. It's until 2018, so a 2-year deal for him after his impressive displays last season. Then we go on to Ante Budimir this time, going to Sampdoria. The Croatian player has joined from Crotone for £1.53 million. Doesn't look like a great card to be honest on FIFA Ultimate Team, but who knows, he could have a bit of potential in him. Then we go on to Aaron Moy. This one hasn't, I don't think it's 100% been confirmed yet, but it should be by the time this video goes live. So last week, Aaron Moy did in fact join Manchester City from, I think it's Melbourne City in the A-League, and now he has gone to Huddersfield on a loan deal for the whole season. And in fact, yesterday they did actually release some transfer cards on FIFA Ultimate Team. This guy got a Man City card as a silver, which is pretty damn cool. And in real life, I mean, not in real life, sorry, on foot, he got a TOTS card, so he must not be that bad. Then we got on to Fabrizio this time, a Spanish goalkeeper going to Besiktas. He's joined them from Deportivo La Coruña on a free transfer. Then we got on to a player non FIFA Ultimate Team again. That is going to be Giovanni Lo Celso. I'm not sure how his name is pronounced, but he's gone to PSG from a CA Rosario for an undisclosed fee. And on transfer market, he is valued at £6.38 million at just 20 years old. So he must have a lot going for him right now. I think he may also be in the Argentina Olympic squad for August. Then we got on to Alvaro Pereira this time, the former Porto man, going to a club, I think in Paraguay. And that club is going to be Cerro Porteño in the Paraguayan League, and that is on loan from Estudiantes again for the whole season, I believe, so probably won't be on FIFA 17. Then we go on to Ricardo Horta going to Braga. That's a loan deal from Malaga for the season. Then we go on to Maxim Listian, I think his name is, the Belgian, was on loan last season to PSV, has now joined Rubin Kazan for an undisclosed fee from Al Arabi. So that club, I believe, are in the Qatari League, and they bought him when he was at Club Brugge in 2014 and then sold him to, actually no, they didn't sell him, they loaned him out a lot of times and then now finally have sold him, I think, to Rubin Kazan on a permanent basis. Then we got on to John Bostock this time, a former, I think, English wonder kid. I think this guy used to play for Tottenham and potentially Leeds. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments below. But this guy has now joined Lens in the French league, so quite a strange one for him, and it's strange to see his name again. Before that, he was playing in the Belgian Pro League. Then we got on to Leroy Fer today, completing the switch to Swansea City for £4.75 million after a loan spell there from QPR. And now we got on to Aaron Cresswell, who's actually been rewarded with a new contract and I imagine a salary increase. So his contract initially ran out in 2020, but he's now got a 1-year extension on top of that until 2021. Then we got to Fabricio Colaccini today, going back to his home country of Argentina, and in particular San Lorenzo. And that is because Newcastle agreed with Colaccini to terminate his contract so he could join San Lorenzo on a free transfer. Then we got to Remy Cabella this time, another Newcastle player going on a permanent basis to Marseille for £6.8 million. James Tompkins has joined Crystal Palace for £10 million. And Palace are one of the few clubs that don't actually undisclose their fees. They said £10 million, although it was reported before around 12.5 million. So they're settled on a fee, and it's quite an expensive one, but I imagine will prove proved to be quite solid for Palace. Roman Neustadter, I think his name is actually Russian or played for Russia in Euro 2016, but he's German on foot, has joined Fenerbahce on a free transfer after his contract expired at FC Schalke last season. Then we go on to Nani this time, confirming his deal to Valencia. The fee is €8.5 million or £7.25 million on a 3-year deal from Fenerbahce, quite a good one for skill teams on FIFA 17 and FIFA 16 as well. And then finally we got Siem Vesaiko this time going to Atletico Madrid. The Croatian fullback has joined from Sassuolo in the Serie A for £15.3 million, so quite a big fee, and his card's already out on foot. And now we go on to potential deals, and we've got some very good ones to cover. So first up, we've got Luis Alberto linked back to Sevilla after returning to Liverpool. So Liverpool will demand at least £7 million for the Sevilla target. The Spaniard has been the subject of interest from a number of clubs following an impressive season-long loan at Deportivo La Coruña last season. Sevilla are among those keen to secure his services some 3 years after they sold him to the Reds for £6.8 million. They are yet to open talks with Liverpool. They're expected to table a bid over the coming days, so he could be returning back to Spain and would kind of make a profit on him despite hardly playing for us in the 3 years. Then we got to Mario Balotelli, another Liverpool player that could be on his way out. He's currently training with us, but now today is linked to Sampdoria, and not for the first time. The Sampdoria president has said he's offered Liverpool striker the chance to relaunch his career at the Serie A outfit. The Reds are looking to offload the Italian international, who's back training at Melwood following a season-long loan with AC Milan. Finding a club for Balotelli has proved problematic, but Sampdoria opened the idea of taking the controversial frontman, and apparently Balotelli is Balotelli's worst enemy, according to their president. I wouldn't say I disagree with that, because this guy's got bags of potential. He even said himself he wants to win the Ballon d'Or, but he hasn't got that work ethic to kind of match it. But I would not be against him having a little chance at least in pre-season over a couple of games in the next 2 weeks or so. Then we got into a player that's not on FIFA Ultimate Team, and a player I've not personally heard of, but apparently he's a massive football manager wonder kid. And that player in particular today is going to be Ante Coric, I think his name is, a young Croatian for Dinamo Zagreb. So today, Liverpool made a €15 million bid for him, and Klopp wants to get him before our US tour in just a couple of weeks. So over the next week and a half or so, we have a few games in England, then we do head off on that USA tour to play the likes of Milan and Chelsea. So apparently the Dinamo board could decide about the bid as early as Wednesday, and Coric could be an LFC player by the weekend. Liverpool's offer is not the first one from England, as Pep Guardiola is eager to take Coric to Manchester City, and also Coric has recently liked yesterday or last night 2 pictures linking him to Liverpool on Instagram. But obviously we know that doesn't really mean too much, because Teixeira, he done it himself trying to force a move to Liverpool anyway, but apparently it's a concrete proposal and he could become a Liverpool player. Then we go on to Mark Noble today, but it's actually about West Ham, and that's because the son of David Sullivan, who's a part owner of West Ham, has tweeted yesterday saying more happy news. We expect to sign someone in the next 3 days. I can't think off the top of my head who that would be. I can't remember who they're actually linked with currently, but guys, if you know, let me know in the comments below. Then we go on to Michael Keane today. Apparently he might force a move through to Leicester. So the Daily Mail asking that Leicester are working on a new bid of £15 million plus £3 million add-ons for Burnley defender Michael Keane after the centre-back rejected a new contract offer at Turf Moor yesterday. So it could be very hard for Burnley to turn down £18 million for a centre-back, but we'll have to wait and see, as again, Premier League money right now, all the clubs have it, even the promoted ones. Then we got on to Kevin Gamero today, linked to Atletico Madrid. This is according to France Football. They're saying that Atletico Madrid have begun talks with Sevilla striker Kevin Gamero over a move to the Vicente Calderon. Though no fee has been yet agreed between the two clubs, it could be on the cards. And it's not the only striker that Atletico Madrid are linked with today in this episode. Then we got on to Cedric Berahino today, not Stoke City, but Watford. So the Daily Express and Star are both saying that Watford are planning to make a bid for West Brom striker Cedric Berahino after talks with Stoke City over the forward hit a stalemate. So this one has been going on for so long. I think he's definitely going this summer, but to who? We'll have to wait and see. And I imagine it's becoming quite tiresome for Berahino himself, because it's been about a year and a half now that West Brom have said he can go, that he's staying, they can go, and I imagine he wants it to be sorted sooner rather than later. Then we got to Gini Wijnaldum today, linked to Tottenham. So the Daily Telegraph are saying that Tottenham have turned their attentions to sign Newcastle midfielder Gini Wijnaldum after wrapping up a deal for AZ Alkmaar striker Vincent Janssen. So Janssen hasn't joined as of yet, but that one could well be through the next couple of days, because he wants to force through a move, and I think AZ Alkmaar, they've kind of realised now his destination he really wants is Spurs and not Paris Saint-Germain or West Ham. Then we go on to Roberto Pereira today, not Roberto, and he's into Spurs as well. So according to TalkSport, Tottenham are the latest London club to show an interest in Roberto Pereira of Juventus. The Juve attacker has also been mentioned as a target for Watford and West Ham, and is expected to lead the Serie A champions this summer. He's also mentioned in a deal, like a swap deal plus money, for Axel Witsel to Zenit St. Petersburg. So I think he could come to the Premier League, and I'm not against that at all, because it'd be a great card for FIFA Ultimate Team. Then we got to Axel Witsel today, not Everton or Liverpool, but Chelsea. So Sky Sports gossip column and multiple sources are saying that Chelsea have agreed terms with Zenit midfielder Axel Witsel and have moved ahead of Everton in the race to sign the Belgium international. But it's definitely not all bad news for Everton because they've actually been linked to a lot of players now. First up, Kasper Schmeichel of Leicester City. So this is according to Liverpool Echo, a very reliable source. So they're saying that Everton are mulling over a £17 million bid for Kasper Schmeichel. That would in fact trigger the release clause in this guy's contract, the buyout clause you could say, at Leicester City. So apparently Jasper Citizen is also an alternative of Ajax. So the Liverpool Echo are also saying that Everton have held preliminary talks with Southampton striker Graziano Pella, that they have competition from around Europe, including Chelsea and the Chinese league, to sign the Italian international. And it would make sense why Ronald Koeman wants to bring him in, because he's definitely worked with him before, obviously at Southampton very recently, or last season in fact. Then we go on to John Stones. And it's kind of like a bit of hit and miss right now for Everton. They've got some good news and bad news, but more bad news. Apparently John Stones has said he wants to leave now for City. The other day I did mention how City were preparing a bid of £50 million, and now according to various sources, John Stones has informed Everton that he wants to leave Goodison Park and join Man City this summer. But obviously we've heard a lot about that before, just last summer with Chelsea. Then we got to Alex Teixeira today, linked to Inter Milan. And just 6 months after joining the Chinese league, Teixeira could well be on the move again. Reports in Italy via Calcio Mercato website are suggesting that Brazilian forward, who plays for Jiangsu Suning, has been off to the Serie A side Inter Milan after just 14 appearances in China. It's clear that Teixeira has failed to settle in, and the club has actually been very underwhelmed by its performances to date so far. And also, Liverpool of course have already signed a forward this summer in Sadio Mane, so it looks like they're unlikely to actually want him again. But the Liverpool Echo also say you never know, so they could go back in for him. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think it'll cost, by the way, as much as they kind of spent on him initially, but again, we'll have to wait and see in the future. Then we got on to Leroy Sané today, very close to joining Manchester City. So according to Manchester Evening News, Man City are close to completing a £40 million move for Schalke star Leroy Sané. And the CEO of Man City has actually come out and said that City's next transfer is fairly advanced, referring to Leroy Sané and also potentially John Stones. And that'd be a very, very exciting one for FIFA 17. Then we got to Ricardo Rodriguez today, linked to Barcelona. The Daily Mail are saying that Barca do prefer the Wolfsburg star Ricardo Rodriguez over Manchester United's Matteo Darmian in their search for a new fullback this summer. And its rumours that Arsenal have died down a lot as of late after Euro 2016. Then we got into Alexandre Lacazette, linked to Arsenal. So shock horror, Arsenal are linked to a striker again. According to Daily Telegraph today, Arsenal set to pay Alexandre Lacazette's €40 million release clause as they join the race to sign the Lyon striker. Apparently that is £34.2 million, and that will activate talks with Lyon to sign the striker Alexandre Lacazette. However, no bid has been lodged yet for the 25-year-old France international, who has once more rejected the chance to join West Ham United. And Arsenal fans, keep calm, because they're linked with another striker today. That is going to be Morata again. So Don Ballon today is saying that Arsenal ready to offer Alvaro Morata a weekly salary of £144,000 a week to persuade the Real Madrid star to move to the Emirates Stadium. Real Madrid have set a £57 million asking price after re-signing him from Juventus for around it's £25 million, and Chelsea are also keen on the Spain international. I imagine Chelsea are probably out of the race as of now after signing Michy Batshuayi from Marseille, and apparently Arsenal are unwilling to match £57 million for him and could turn their attention to, like I mentioned before, Lacazette. And now we move on to Matuidi of Paris Saint-Germain. For how long, who knows, but apparently today linked to Manchester United. And this is according to Goal.com. They're saying that Matuidi travelled to England yesterday to discuss a possible move to the Barclays Premier League, and United could be their destination. And after what Mourinho said yesterday, he could potentially be one of the players he's referring to. But there are a few articles now, a lot of people on Twitter saying he was in fact having lunch with the French national team yesterday and he wasn't in England whatsoever. So back on to what Mourinho said. So first up, he said, is the third player official yet? No, it'll be official soon, which is obviously referring to Henrik Mkhitaryan. And he then said, we've made a nucleus of 4 positions as a priority to give a certain balance to the squad and push it in terms of quality that I want. From these targets, we have 3. Until we have the 4th, we are working hard on that. So they signed a striker in Zlatan Ibrahimovic. They signed a playmaker, a winger, attacker midfielder, whatever you want to call him, in Henrik Mkhitaryan. They signed a solid centre-back in Eric Bailly, and now potentially the box-to-box midfielder could be on that list. Or it could potentially be a right-back. Then now we go on to the final player today, and that's going to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, linked to Atletico Madrid. So according to De Western or De Vesten, they're saying that having missed out on signing Chelsea's Diego Costa, Atletico Madrid are set to make an offer of €60 million for Borussia Dortmund striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. That is all it says for now, but that's actually very close to what apparently is asking for, is around €65 million. So I imagine they could negotiate that a little bit, and he could be in the BBVA next season. And I really do hope Borussia Dortmund replaces players very well, because they're losing so much of their core right now. I feel so sorry for them. As a Liverpool fan, I'm very used to us losing our big stars, but not every single player in one transfer window. Like the whole core, like I said before, of the Borussia Dortmund team, Hummels, Gundogan, Aubameyang, and Mkhitaryan, only Royce is really left. And for their sakes, I really do hope they sign a big name signing along with the likes of Emre Moore and Dembele. So we've covered all today's potential transfers as well as confirmed stuff at the very beginning, guys. So So as always, if you can smash 1,500 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're to my channel, click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content. In the comments below, let me your thoughts on today's rumours I issue in the next episode. And if you missed yesterday's video, let me down below in that description box. And you know the drill, you know the schedule. 8 AM is transfers, 9 to 10 PM or after the football is the second video of the day, guys. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.